Welcome back to Twin Terror. I'm Gary.
And I'm David.
And we have no idea what we're going to read on.
Well, Gary wants to read on 5 things. He wants this to be an hour-long session, which I'm not in favor of.
That's me all over. That was my wife that just went dodging through. I better move the camera that way so there she can freely enter and exit the kitchen. So it's Sunday. It's about 20 to 9. I'm tired. It's been a long ass day. Dave and I spent pretty much all day with our mom. It's very fascinating to me. I was over there at with my mom at 8 o'clock this morning, and her energy level was just flatline all day. Then at about 9:30, her favorite caregiver shows up. And then my mom kind of lights up a little bit, and she was so happy to see Jackie, her caregiver.
Mm-hmm.
And then, Jackie was there. It's really nice having Jackie there. She takes such good care of my mom. She's able to get her to do things that her kids cannot get her to do. And so Jackie leaves at about 4:30, and about 5 o'clock, I'm getting ready to call my sister. My sister, whose house she's staying at, she and her husband were out of town for the day, and they were on their way back. And I was to the point where I was going to call my sister, say, tell her, you might want to get home sooner rather than later. This is not looking so good.
Yeah. There was one point during a conversation, my mom keeps talking and repeating herself quietly, and then she stopped. It's to the point where I was suddenly alarmed. Like about 5 seconds later, I was suddenly alarmed, like, holy crap, did she just die? So I'm watching her chest to see if her chest is going up, down, and it's like, oh no, she's breathing. Okay. It's just like, it was such a sudden change and quiet.
And she kept talking about flowers and all the flowers and stop the flowers from moving. And it's just like, are you on that path again, Mom, with the fields of flowers, and you carrying the box with the light? I'm getting kind of emotional here. It's like, oh my God, my mom's about to go here. That's how I felt. And then she kind of settled down. And then a little while later, my sister and my brother-in-law get home. My brother-in-law comes down, and my mom really enjoys my brother-in-law, Ed. And Ed comes in the room, and he greets her, and all of a sudden her eyes open up, and she's alert, and she's somewhat lucid. She can only say like 2 words at a time. She doesn't have enough breath to say a whole sentence. She can whisper 1, 2, maybe 3 words if she's lucky. But that's when Ed shows up, she's all of a sudden she's found energy that's been missing all day.
And same thing with my nephew, his wife, and their 2 little boys. It's like somebody put a quarter into Betty, and she all of a sudden was Miss Personality.
Oh yeah, so my sister and her husband's son shows up with his wife, and he's got a 2-year-old son and a newborn son. And when the newborn was in there with my mom, she was like cured. It was like, whoa, where has this woman been all day? And it's so interesting.
We stand.
How she can really dig deep and pull the energy out for the people that are important to her, that she really wants to see.
We're boring, dreary, and old.
Yeah, we're boring. The people that are always around, we have our novelty has worn off.
Yeah, I did tell her sister, it's like, well, they talk about people rebounding. It's like, if this is her rebound, then I would believe it. But I think it's just one of those things where she was just on low power mode all day today, yes. And she had some reserves built up for greeting the family when they got back to the house.
Yes, and so my sister's daughter, she has a son and a daughter. The daughter's coming tomorrow
with her 2 little girls.
I'm sure my mom will have that same burst of energy for my niece and her two daughters if and when they show up. So we'll probably have mom at least through Monday morning, afternoon. After that, anybody's guess. I really thought we were going to say goodbye this afternoon. But mom rallied, so we'll just see how it goes. Hope I hate this, but I don't sleep through the night. I usually wake up at least once or twice, and I'm to the point now where I'm checking my phone to see if a message or a missed phone call has landed. Find out to find out or not find out what's going on with my mom. So
I told my sister, just text me. I don't need a phone call. Just text me.
Yeah. So far, I have not found that text, but I know it's coming. What we don't know what's coming is
this is the worst segue you've ever done.
The master segue.
Come on, Paul.
Do you remember
Mr. Malcott?
Did you ever? I know you used to watch Whose Line Is It Anyways with Ryan and Colin, where they used to do like greatest hits.
Sure.
And then Ryan did a segue once that was really bad, and Colin was giving him crap about it. And Colin came up with one bed cot. He's like bed cot Billy paper. He goes, bed cot Billy paper, red hot chili peppers.
Oh, God.
Ryan's like, okay, you made your point. Yes, the master segue. Yeah, so Trump had his meeting with Xi Jinping of China. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. Correctly.
Xi Jinping, yes.
Xi Jinping. And of course, Trump is touting it as his major victory.
Of course he is.
I've seen articles going both ways, where basically China's now in charge. Trump has China on its back foot. China has Trump on his back foot. China threw Iran under the bus. So I'm not sure exactly how that all plays out or how it's going to play out in the long term. But one thing that was interesting was Trump has backpedaled on a key campaign promise, which was, to aggressively go after China. Not Chinese nationals or the government own farmland in the United States or own property in the United States. Now it's okay. I know better. And, there's allegedly MAGA is very upset by this.
Can't imagine why.
The problem is that Trump's candidates seemed his nominees to unseat Republicans who have dared defy him. He seems to have a fairly good track record of his primary candidates having some success against the incumbents that have dared defy dear leader. And so it's kind of, you don't know exactly what to believe with these press statements about MAGA's upset, yet they're still voting for dear leader's primary candidates. It could be just a matter of timing, I suppose.
MAGA is not upset. Ex-MAGA are upset.
Good point.
Ex-supporters that aren't necessarily MAGA, but they run astride MAGA are upset. So America First, think of them as like the biggest subgroup that were all lumped in as Trump supporters and uniformly called MAGA, but they really aren't.
Because Trump's even pissed off at Lauren Boebert because she's decided to support Thomas Massie, who has not always supported dear leader in the past. And now he wants
in the Epstein files. He's got like a 96% conservative voting record. About the only thing he's done that's not conservative is vote for the release of the Epstein files. That's it. Otherwise, he's supported Trump's agendas and the Republican agenda from top to bottom.
Yep. But that's not good enough. You dare to find me on the Epstein files. How dare you?
Yep.
And so now, Lauren Boebert supporting him, but Trump is now, he's primaried this guy, and Trump's Trump's boy seems to be leading in the polls against the incumbent, against Massey, and now he wants to primary Lauren Boebert as well.
And he primaried Bill. I think it was Bill Cassidy. I keep wanting to say Ted Cassidy.
No. It's what's the guy's name here? I got it. I've got it here.
It's in Louisiana, and he did. And he supported a woman over him, and that woman was the top vote getter, and the Cassidy, who was the incumbent, came in third place. So he's not in the runoff for the Republican primary seat.
Ed Galrine. I always want to say Galron.
That's not who I'm talking about, unless you're talking about who's in second place.
No, I'm talking about Thomas Massey, who's primaried against.
Oh, I'm talking about Louisiana. I'm not talking about Kentucky.
Oh, okay, sorry. Yeah, Louisiana. Yeah, that didn't work so well either, did it?
Yeah, I thought Cassidy was Cassidy's big sin was he voted to remove. He was one of the senators that voted to remove Trump in the impeachment hearings. So, I guess he must have been fairly new back in 2020 because now he's up for re-election in 2026, and he will not be up for re-election because he didn't even win the primary.
Dear leader was displeased with that.
Yeah.
So I want to see the energy that's coming out of this meeting with China, and then just kind of see what's coming down line with that, because allegedly, Trump is changing direction on Chinese ownership of farmland, which is a huge hot button with his base. But Trump, he doesn't bleeping care anymore. He doesn't need their vote anymore.
Where's the money for him?
Yeah. So just that's a good point, right? So you'll make lots of money selling to these nationals from China. So let's take a look at the energy of, for entertainment purposes only, the energy from Trump's meeting with China. All right. And I got a new rock.
Really?
That was found or located off of Route 66. You got any more background on it, David?
You got the sign there.
It's in the little dining room.
Sorry.
Okay. Whoops. Upside down. Okay, so what do we need to know about Trump's meeting with China? Celebrating successes. And that makes absolute perfectly sense because Trump's coming back saying what a great trip it was and how productive it was and how he struck deals with China to buy a whole bunch of crops from the United States and buy 200 Boeing aircraft. And then he immediately backpedals and says, well, I don't know if they're actually going to do it. We don't have anything like in writing. We talk about a lot of things at the same time. And China hasn't clarified what they said they agreed to. So, right now we've got the celebration and then the challenge is the Ten of Swords bringing everything to an end. It's Trump has such mixed messaging on this. On one hand, they're going to buy all these crops from the United States, but now it's okay for them to own our farmland. And the challenge is, I think he's slowly killing off his support base with his messaging, with his mixed messaging. Energy underneath is the Five of Swords. This is my feeling on this is China winning. I hate to say it, but it's kind of that bad deals that were being made, but you're passing them off as a victory. It's like the Five of Swords is kind of a win at all costs. No one to fight, no one to walk away. And it's kind of like a delusional, it's a bit of a delusional card. The swords are about ideas and thoughts, and he feels like he's winning, but maybe in fact he's actually losing. I've got a cat that wants to go outside. In the past, you got the Justice card. This is what I'm taking from this is his campaign promises on what was just for the United States. This specifically, going after China because they're not honoring their deals and we don't want them owning our farmland, blah, blah, blah. Current energy is the Seven of Wands, but now he's going to have to start defending his actions because he campaigned one way, but his actions have completely gone against the grain with it. Overarching energy is the Queen of Pentacles. He's not taking care of the people that put him in office. Lesson to be learned is the Six of Swords. To me, it's slowly and surely he's killing off his base and they're going to start abandoning him. It's not showing up in the primaries yet, but a lot of these actions, I think, like David said, MAGA is willing to accept a lot. And he's chipping away at the edges, but at some point they're going to move on. It's time to move on from him. Outcome is the Ace of Pentacles. A new opportunity is going to present itself. But for whom? Is it for China? Is it for the United States? Is it for the Republicans or the Democrats? Who's the opportunity for? Who's going to benefit from this opportunity? Oh, Page of Cups. MAGA defending your actions and the delusions. It's just basically the opportunity. He's taking this as an opportunity.
I don't know if it's me that froze or him that froze.
That's one of us did.
The counting was still happening, but you weren't talking anymore.
Yes, my goodness. And so what I'm getting the feeling is the opportunity, he's going to take this opportunity to just basically lie to his base a little bit more.
Well, I see that, any promise he gives them is just hurting them in the end.
Yeah.
And his comment about him not caring about their suffering, I don't think about the expense of the American people. It's giving them pause, and some have the opportunity to leave because he's showing them who they are. But they're a very resilient group of cult members, and they will always give him another chance. They will get another chance to watch him just trample over their feelings and their needs. Eventually, they'll get on board and abandon him, but they're a resilient bunch.
Yes, they are. Do you want to do anything with that?
I was good. It was interesting that Trump keeps saying that Taiwan makes a great bargaining chip. Don't know if you ever saw that quote. He sent like $12 billion in U.S. arms sales to Taiwan, and I guess he's negotiating that.
Yeah.
So, but I want to look at that. What's the opportunity? What's coming next for the Trump supporters that they are given a new opportunity to see Trump in a new light here at the Tower card. Okay, here we go. I think I know what this is going to be. Well, this is some big cards here. All right. Another disaster sends people packing is this huge opportunity, ongoing disaster, and how do you handle the action? So there's going to be a collapse of something, whether it's an economic collapse, an attack on the U.S., or this could just be farms being foreclosed upon. There's going to be a big collapse that's coming up, and it's going to be a huge opportunity for the Trump administration to deal with it. But to me, it's like this collapse is more the opportunity for the folks that align under Donald Trump to make a decision about if they're going to stay or they're going to walk. And there's going to be more opportunities coming still. you have to wait a little bit. It's going to come probably maybe in 4 months that we're going to get this opportunity again. Where are we in May? So September-ish. And that's incredible timing, because what happens in September, elections are in November, and you now have an opportunity to express your displeasure through voting or lack of voting. But something's going to come down the pike that's going to rock their world. Probably economic.
One thing's for damn sure: gas prices are not going to come down significantly between now and the election time.
No, they will not, and that's one of the things that's going to bother, the folks on the right that hate Biden for everything. They can try and twist themselves into a pretzel, but it still is going to cost them $100 or more to fill up their monster trucks that get 8 miles to the gallon and have a 30-gallon gas tank, even at $4 a gallon, which is a bargain relative to California's prices.
Yeah, sure does. I was going to say, I filled up my daughter's car and it was over $80, and there was still like a quarter tank of gas left in the thing. It's like, dang.
Yeah, they get used to spending $60, $70, $80 to fill up their tanks, and they're going to get tired of that.
And I think part of Trump's comment on why he doesn't care about the gas prices is because he knows he can't do anything to fix it between now and then. I mean, he's floated the idea of temporarily halting the federal tax on fuel.
Which is about 18 cents a gallon, and nobody's going to even notice that. If gas is $4.18 and it's down to $4 a gallon, it's still $4 a gallon. That's $4.10 a gallon, and it goes down to $3.90. It's still $4 a gallon.
Yeah. I think it's kind of an acknowledgement that he can't do anything material about it, and so he's going to try and make it a non-issue for him. It's like, I don't care. This is the cost of freedom. So it's just,
they'll still, his supporters still make excuses. He didn't choose the right words. Well, yeah, he did.
Is that what they said?
Yeah, that's what they say. He
Lord,
he's so simplistic in his speaking that he says things that are crass and seem insensitive, but they know what he meant. He didn't mean it that way.
Yeah,
she sure did. You just don't want to believe it because that makes you not special.
It's so funny how they're willing to dismiss. He's telling them exactly what he means.
They are in an abusive relationship, and they are acting like people in an abusive relationship.
That's a good point. All right, that's all I got. Thank you for watching. I truly appreciate that. Check your subscription status. Make sure if you want to be subscribed, make sure you're subscribed. Hit the notifications button. And if you're an Insomniac supporter of our channel, sometimes I'll surprise you with a midnight live stream like I did last night. I don't know how you folks do it, man. I had to set an alarm and I was just completely cross-eyed, gassed, trying to do that live stream, but I got through it. Dave and I have never really been night owls. For me, trying to stay up for Saturday Night Live, like when we were in high school or college, was just like the ultimate endurance event. It's just, I've always been go to sleep early, get up early. But I wanted to, acknowledge our Insomnia crew, because they are very loyal and they definitely leave the comments out there. And I even got to interact with Alf Carlson a little bit through the chat, so that was kind of nice.
There you go.
I want to give a shout out to Patricia King, also known as Ladyfish99, who made a kind contribution to the channel. They got the sun card. Let the sun shine in. And then you want to give us a card for our Insomnia crew and the folks.
Four swords. Go bed. For sakes.
Go get some sleep.
What are you doing?
Thank you so much for watching, folks, and we'll catch you soon. Take care.
Right. Take care.
Bye.